Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sonic Look Conversations. It's our video interview series where we talk with artists about their work, their process, and the lives they're living alongside of their music. Today, we're joined by Landyn Zane, who's a self-taught singer, songwriter, and producer who's built his creative world entirely on his own terms. After a period of relentless pursuit, I guess I would say, he's emerged with something most artists spend years chasing, a sound that is entirely his own. Landyn, welcome to SONIQLOOX.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be here.
It's great to have you here. And I think one of the things that really caught my eye, or that I was really impressed by, was that you've taught yourself 7 different instruments, the production side of it, the mixing side of it, the mastering side of it, and one of my favorite sides, the visual design of it all. Yeah. So I'm curious, where does this drive come from? Like, what's actually pushing that for you?
The drive itself, the motivation, that's a great question. I think it's a lot of like the Midwestern thing and just the way I was raised of like, if you're going to do something, you do it. Like you do it the best you can. And if you don't know something or it's not going to get done, you figure it out. Like that's a lot of it came from necessity, or like, well, either I do it or it doesn't get done. And so I've just figured it out.
Yeah, I hear that. I think that mentality is really great, because I guess I'm in the same mindset. If it can't get done somewhere else, I'll just do it myself. Yeah. Why rely on someone else when I know I can do it? And if I don't know how, hey, learning opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah. It's usually more affordable too when you're like working on a budget too. That's a lot of it came from I was in Iowa or in college. I had no money or didn't know anybody. So yeah, I'll learn Photoshop. I'll learn to edit videos. I'll learn 7 instruments. I'll learn like all of it. It's just like, well, I guess I'm here.
That's the necessity part of it. Yep. I hear you. You mentioned Billy Joel and Elton John were big influences for you and changed everything for you.
Elton John bobblehead.
Nice.
Or not bobblehead, snow globe.
Very cool. What was that moment, though? What did you hear in their music or their production that hit differently for you?
So I'd started songwriting before I really got into them. The reason I got into Elton John was because of my mom, and I love Elton John, but the main thing that first I fell in love with him was the theatrics, the outfits, the costumes, but for the music itself, it was my senior year in high school when it really clicked for me of like, oh, you can do this. My senior year was a COVID year, so I was like, I have nothing to do. I was miserable, and I would go to bed at 8 p.m. and I would wake up at 3 and work out in the morning. Wow. Just like I needed some sort of routine. And then I had a spreadsheet, and my senior year and then into my freshman year of college, I listened to an album every day. It's like January 1st, I sat down. It was like basically like Rolling Stones top 500 albums and just
okay.
And I remember I was in the basement. It was like 4:30 in the morning, and Billy Joel's "The Stranger" came on. I have that. It's my favorite album of all time now. I have it framed right there. But it was the first time I'd ever heard it, and like just like scenes from an Italian restaurant, just listening to it, working out. I was like, I think John Lennon has that quote of before. Who was it? He has a quote about before some musician that like before Elvis, there was everything was in black and white, and then color showed up. Yeah. It was a moment for me of like, you can do all of this.
Yeah, that's those type of moments when like you hear a song that just like opens your eyes. It's just powerful, and that's what I love about music. It has gives people that opportunity when they're least expecting it. Yeah. I mean, I'll even say that about your music to some degree. I'll jump ahead of myself here a little bit. I was listening to your single that was just released the other day, Strange Love. And along with Strange Love, also you had Diana Vine.
Mhm.
And I don't know what I was expecting when I was listening to that, but it wasn't what I heard. And it was just very powerful to me. The lyrics you wrote,
Yeah.
I know let me ask, were they a little semi-autobiographical for
Oh,
yourself?
yeah. I don't know about semi.
Right, they were okay. But they were very, I related to them in more ways than I thought I would. And that's the what makes the song very powerful. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
it was just really great. So it was one of those moments, like you said, just hearing song at 4:30 a.m. Actually, I think it was 4:30 a.m. that I heard it, and it was just wow. I was blown away by it. So everyone out there, if you haven't heard it yet, go stream it. Strange Love, Diana Vine, it's out there, and I know it's part of your new EP that's coming out soon that
Yeah.
hasn't been named yet.
No, you know the name, but
I might know the name, and I won't blab it yet though. But
yeah.
but I'm really excited for the rest of the album for that EP to come out, so I can enjoy the rest of it. Um, so yeah, jumped ahead a little bit there, but it's okay. It was right in the moment. Um, Going back to Elton John, and my mom is also a huge fan of Elton John. That's how come I got my name. One of his songs' name is Daniel, and that's was part of the influence from my mom to name me that. So pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Um, so you're from Iowa.
Yeah.
You went there. You moved out to LA for a while.
Mhm.
And one of the things you said that really caught my eye was that you said LA was nothing like the movies. So I lived in LA for a few years, so I understand what you're talking about. What was the reality check about that really just like hit you the hardest?
Uh, so I made the decision to move to LA after I'd moved back to Iowa. I lived in Texas for a few years and then moved back. And then I just felt super lost. So it's like, I was miserable, super low point in my life. And I was like, why don't, like, just as a joke, I was like, what if I just moved to LA? And then the summer, like, that just very quickly fell together. And it was like, oh, I'm moving to LA. And to get to your question, I remember when I started telling my family, a lot of them found out not long before I left, and a lot of them had the same questions of like, how much money do you have? Like, do you really know what you're doing? Um, and I was pretty green. There was a lot of excitement. So I was like, nah, I'll figure it out.
Hmm. Hmm.
Most people thought I would make it. A lot of people thought I wouldn't even go, but most people thought it was 4 to 6 weeks. I went with like 2 grand, $2,500, like no money.
Yeah.
I thought I was like fresh out of college, like dropped out of college. I was like 2 grand, I'm cooking. And then I get to LA and like 6 weeks in an Airbnb, like for short term rent is like 3 grand, and I'm like,
Hmm.
what the? So very quick, within like 4 to 6 weeks, I had no money. Like all my money was going towards rent. Was skipping bills. Immediately was like, okay, I'll eat tomorrow. I'll like just I'm not moving back because the alternative, like moving back, I'm gonna be just as miserable.
Yeah.
It'll be a different kind of miserable. I'm not gonna be hungry, but I'm not gonna be happy.
Right. Right.
Very quickly I started to realize like, oh, there's like people fight to stay here.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
I had to.
Hmm. I understand that completely, 100%. I mean, yeah, it is. I think of that line from the movie Pretty Woman where the guy's like, "Welcome to Hollywood, where everyone has a dream," right? And it is that way. I mean, it is that golden hilltop, but the reality of it is you have to be prepared for it. Yeah. So.
It since sink or swim out there,
Mhm.
and most people, like if you look at the numbers, most people move out there and then within a year or two they leave.
Yeah.
I did that. Well, not technically, I did that, but like it's making it out there is not impossible, but like you have to. It's so hard. Just
Yeah.
the entertainment in general is just so hard.
Yeah. I think though, um, for yourself, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it seems to me that with um, your production level and everything that you've learned to do yourself, that you didn't have to stay there to do it.
No.
You could do it anywhere that you decided to. So, walk me through a little bit how your everything comes together because you do all the design, mixing, everything yourself. How does that work for you at whatever location you're at now?
I'm in Iowa right now. That is could change soon. But at the moment I'm in Iowa, and usually it starts. I don't have the one I'm using right now on me, but I just have like notebooks. This one's
There it
cool.
is. Mm-hmm.
Usually it starts with writing because writing is like that's how I started all this was
Okay.
like in kindergarten. I remember they were teaching me to write, like teaching letters and sentences, like the dog ran or whatever. Um, and I remember my kindergarten teacher, Mr. Lippert, he was like, "You're going to go across to the other class during writing time with the first grade teacher, and she's going to help you write paragraphs and like
Oh
learn to
wow.
write stories."
Okay.
Um, and I've been writing ever since then. Like it is, I'm obsessed with it. It is so for songwriting is usually my first step. That or at the same time, I'll have a guitar with me or I'll be at the piano. Um, and then I try to produce around that. I also produce for fun. That's not like I don't love it as much as writing, but that's just like I get to mess around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, and sometimes I'll try to write to track. Like Strange Love was I had the title and I was like, I have a general idea of some lines, some ideas, some lyrics, and then I had the instrumental. I was like, let's make this work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how Strange Love came together. Uh, it really depends, but a large majority of the time it's writing.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, songwriting is really great. It's a really great expressive way to share your feelings with the world. Yeah, I love it. Um, so with Strange Love, I saw that you also were mailing out signed postcards to your
Yeah,
friends or to your fans, the Zaniacs.
yeah,
That's old school.
right here.
So that's
Yeah.
very cool. What made you want to do something like that?
Um, I got tired of social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to like razz on TikTok and Instagram and everything, but it can feel very, very impersonal.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's just numbers on the screen, like just followers, you refresh likes. It can get very binary very quickly.
yeah.
And it's like that's not why I love Elton John and Billy Joel. I don't want to be an artist who's just like I want to go viral. So it's like just come listen and then nothing else. I don't want to be a one hit wonder, any of that. It's like I want to be the kind of artist where people feel like they're part of something. Like I love Elton John and Billy Joel because they're very open, especially Elton John, about like his journey and everything. And I wasn't alive for most of it, but um, I wanted to feel like I was connecting with people, and just social media wasn't doing that. So at first, last year, at the end of last year, I started handwriting letters to fans.
Cool.
And after like 40 or 50 of them, I was like, my hand is going to fall off. Um, I love doing it. It's like literally, I'd be like at the end of the night, I'd write like four and be like, okay, I can't keep doing this. Um, and then for Christmas, I was like, people are sending Christmas cards. That'd be cool for me to send Christmas cards. So I sent a Christmas card to the people that got letters. And then I finished out on the Vine. I was like, I had the general idea for the EP. I made the movie poster. And I was like, I could do postcards like I did for Christmas, but I could make them look like movie tickets. This is
Yes.
the one for Died on or for Strange Love. Like it looks like an old movie
Old
ticket, like
school
all
movie
the
ticket. Yep.
information, the release date, poster, and it's signed and hand numbered. Um, I was like, that'd be really cool, and I think people would like that. Like most, even I look at music promotion on TikTok, and I'm tired of doing some of it. It's like I don't like you got to post the song a million times, but some of the
Hmm.
like more spammy.
Mm-hmm.
trendy ways to promote a song. It feels very like transactional.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Like the whole point isn't that someone just streams one of my like I post a video, oh everyone go stream the song and then they leave. Like I want to
Yeah.
people to like go on this journey with me, and it was a lot of fun. Like it's been so much fun to do now. Like people
Yeah.
are posting it. I posted a collage. Like people really have loved it in like 6 weeks. I at the beginning of March, I had like 100 people I was sending postcards to, and now it's almost 900.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah,
your
it's
hand's still getting that workout in
oh
then.
man, it's crazy. Like yeah,
That's really cool.
but
I mean, it's such a great way to provide a tactile experience in a digital age, right?
yeah,
That's really cool. That's awesome to do something like that. Um,
yeah. I mean, even back in the day, like people would go to concerts and they would get the like people in their garages and stuff. People still have like the Rolling Stones concert,
oh
the
yeah,
print, the
ticket stuff.
stub.
Hmm.
Ticketmaster doesn't really do that. I think you have to
Yeah,
order like physical mementos beyond just people buying merch. It's becoming more and more rare. And I have Elton John and Billy Joel stuff, and like I have records. I have hundreds of records down here. Like having that physical thing is special.
yeah, I agree. I agree completely. That's really cool. I'm glad you're bringing that back for us fans out here who also like you really enjoy that. So pretty cool. Um, you wake up every morning and you still want to songwrite
Yeah.
and do this. Has there ever been a morning where that wasn't true?
No.
Awesome.
I mean, like other than like if I wake up and I'm like depressed or like just like mental health or whatever.
Hmm.
But where I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to write anymore. No,
Okay.
because I shouldn't say I don't get writer's block, but the desire to not write beyond being in a bad mood or depressed has never not been there because that's my outlet. Like that
Yeah.
is
Hmm.
when I was at my most isolated throughout school or whenever, like my free time and the way I would process my emotions, even if it was indirectly through writing stories about superheroes or writing screenplays, whatever, was processing my emotions and my worldview and what was going on in my life through that at some level. So it's like it's just part of who I am.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
yeah, I've thought about it many times. Like I don't know if I could write. If somebody was like, you can never write again, I don't know if I'd be able to like function.
Right, right. That's that is very interesting. I mean, I like that you use writing to process your worldview. Do you find it easier? Not easier. Um, do you find your writing changes based upon your mood? You said mention your mental health, and if you're not feeling in the mood to write, do you, not to borrow a quote from Hamilton here, but do you write your way out?
Um, I don't know about out, but definitely write my way through it.
Okay.
Like
Hmm.
try to play out the scenarios of what's going on. Of let's let's say just say I'm depressed right now. Like if I was sitting down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna write, and I'm in a depressed mood. Um, it's either let's write about that and find a way to let's find a lens at which I can look that through that and see what happens. A lot of the time, most of the stuff I write will never see the light of day because it's just for me.
Yeah.
I write for myself.
Hmm.
But let's see, as I get through this song, or as I just write poetry, if I can get through it. Or on the other hand, if I'm in like I'm in a bad mood or I'm depressed and I'm like I just don't want to feel like that. Be like, cool, let's write a fun, stupid love song, like or whatever.
Very
It's
cool.
either to help guide me through it, like give me some perspective on what I'm going through, or on the complete other side of like, let's just not think about this. Let's just have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. That's really cool. That is, yeah. Yeah, that is very powerful that you can express yourself that way. So
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
So, without giving away too much, what can you tell us about your upcoming EP?
Um, well, as people have probably picked up by now, if they've been paying attention, it's movie themed. Like
Mhm.
it's framed around the idea of a movie release. Each one's getting like
The movie.
postcard,
Mhm.
or each song will get the movie tickets, and a poster, that kind of idea. And the whole thing's, it's not one story like a movie. It's more, each song is its own individual snapshot of Strange Love is like a fun 80s dance, like Tron, youth, fun, like just insert those adjectives here. And Dying on the Vine is more acoustic and like the Indiana Jones style poster, the adventure movie poster. So each song is like its own snapshot, and the goal is that when people listen to the whole thing, it may not tell one story, but it's more like, how many songs are on it? I won't say because I can't remember, but I won't say. I think it's 5. I think there's 5 full songs on it. When people get this, listen to each of those snapshots, and they'll have holistically a better idea of who I am.
Okay.
And then there's an intro track that kind of explains that in what I think is a cool way.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for everyone else to hear that as well. It sounds very intriguing and very. I like the idea of it. I love movies as well. So you encapsulating or using that as a way to tell your own story is just perfect.
Yeah, it's
So
fun.
if people want to follow along your journey, where's the best place for them to find you?
Instagram, probably, or TikTok. Yeah, I would say Instagram. My username is, I always forget every time. I think it's at Landyn Zane, but it's LANDYNZ4NE. I don't know why I did that, but I don't think Landyn Zane was available. So LANDYNZ4NE on
Okay.
Instagram. I think TikTok. I have like three TikTok accounts. Let me see. I should be more prepared. It's at Landyn.Zane. That one's easier.
Okay.
But my name is also, like, most people aren't LANDYN, so if you search Landyn Zane like that, you can usually find me.
Sounds fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, Landyn, thank you so much for spending some time here with us at SONIQLOOX. I say we, but it's just I. I really enjoy your music. Again, thanks for reaching out to me, and I look forward to hearing the full EP when it comes out. Everyone out there, go follow Landyn, support him, stream his music. Maybe you'll get a postcard from him too.
Yeah, if you want one, DM me. Or there's a form in all of my bios you can go fill out. Or DM me, you want one, I'll send you a postcard. For now, as budget allows.
As budget allows and his hand cooperates.
Yes, that too. As the carpal tunnel.
There you go.
As I fight that off.
Well, thanks again, Landyn. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.